How's it going, everyone? How's it going? How's it going? Happy Thursday, and welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I'm Deonte Burden. Want to say, give a big shout out to my producer and DJ, Lab. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Good. How you?
I'm doing awesome.
All right.
Also, give a shout out to my assistant, Joni. She's working the Facebook page and everything. So, how you doing, Joni? Yeah, she's doing that and everything. Want to again, welcome everybody to the show. Got a very exciting show today. Going to be asking a question. Probably be a little brain teaser to everybody. We'll be asking the question, do you know the difference between motivating someone and inspiring someone? And I know it's a kind of funky question because a lot of times, man, what the hell the difference? And everything. So we're going to touch bases on that. But, as always, we'll go to, rehash the previous week. This weekend, we had the 100 Black Men South Metro chapter, which I'm a member of. We had our Celebration of Excellence dinner, which was pretty cool. We, I think we had 7 or 8 seniors is graduating out of our Rites of Passage program. So the program was to highlight them, give out scholarships and everything.
Okay.
But you know something, man, I'm gonna tell you something that ran across my mind during the program, because like they were just saying some of the kids, their GPAs. And I talked about this earlier. I did a little live stream this Saturday, and what I said to myself on Facebook and YouTube, not Facebook and Instagram, at the end of each month, I do like a little live stream to kind of preview the preceding month.
Okay.
And everything. So I did that this weekend. That was one of my things to do.
Okay.
That's a tax season. But anyway, I was talking about thought about with the kids, and I was just realizing some of the different kids were some of the different achievement they made. Some of them 4.0. Governor scholars and doing all this other kind of stuff. And what stuck with me was, because I seen last week I seen Pastor Troy on the Breakfast Club. This is not a knock him, but it just highlights a lot of stuff that I'm seeing. He had a movie coming out.
Okay.
And it was, I think, starring Shawty Lowe.
Okay.
It was some dope movie, trap movie, whatever.
Okay.
But what got me was, back to my point, was the kids. It was 2 or 3 kids in film and production. And I was just, and they were just highlighting, like, these kids weren't like, this one just like, in Mary Poppins. So these guys were really just making full-blown cinema productions and everything and stuff. And what I told my wife was, I said, we just do a bad job of protecting our best and brightest.
Right.
Because typically you think in school, when a kid wants to get into film or acting or something like that, but since your boy, everybody call him a sissy.
Right.
And you can just imagine how many Denzels and Morris Chestnuts we done ran away calling them a sissy.
That's true.
Just doing that and, bullying them, running them out of it and everything, because it's not the thing to do.
Right.
But what messed me up was, just fast forward what I was talking about with Pastor Troy, and anything, not a knock on him, but it seems like every rapper or whatever they want to morph into being actors. How everybody just go gangster, want to be actors.
That's true.
And the messed up part about it, like, we done ran off a lot of the Spike Lees and Jordan Peele's, people that coming in with innovative movie concepts, and we just full of what? Trap in the City.
Yeah.
Death by the Trap. 9 in my hand.
Don't keep throwing the
Dope. Shit, man. Trap dreams. Right. Trap life. Trap love. Shit, I'm trapped. I'm trapped out, man. I mean,
what happens is when you have to go on those movies, you have to go. Sometimes a lot of them take drama, and drama's not considered, a course that you take as a man. Drama's like drama, but you take drama in order to learn the aspects of acting, then movie build, then script writing, then maybe movie building, all ins and outs of. You can't just jump into being a director. You have to learn. Like a lot of people are actors. Absolutely. Then they start being directors.
Absolutely. But you get my point. How to that point, how many guys, or kids we potentially have ruined, run them out of certain things because they may have want to start in drama and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And the people that actually probably did it, not saying they did it, those particular, just say the rappers or whatever did it, but it just. I would say, our culture and especially our race as a whole, we've done a bad job of trying to harness those kids that could have been potentially that, but we embrace it when it comes to something that just
Dumb.
totally
Not dumb, but just
nah, me
average.
You about right with it, done. 'Cause I mean, you know, we can sit here and talk about the. I mean, so much stuff we talk about just with the trap, and again, it's just gonna go so. You know, when we start, you know, promoting, we'll say this for another show.
Yeah.
We start promoting stuff as far as regarding with the trap. We're either, only gonna sell the stuff to us, or even we selling it to white folks. It kind of solidifies a lot of the stereotypes and stuff like that they have and stuff like that. And that's why I say sometimes, you know, when we ran those, you know, I think about Spike Lee, Jordan Peele, or even John Singer. You know, those some of them guys that he went too far off, but even you know some of them guys that really looked at these things that were kind of out of the box.
Yeah, especially Spike Lee, because all his movie was kind of.
Spike Lee's is like that, especially when you start even looking at some of the camera angle shots for Spike Lee. You know how he tint the scenes and something like the different colors of the scene.
Even the walking, you know how he had the people like they were floating instead of walking, they were like, you know how he had the camera pulling them on the thing, and then the camera was in front of them, they were kind of floating. That was something he started.
Straight innovation,
right?
And I'm just saying, just think about how many we've ran away, but then we embrace it later when it's on some BS. So that was just kind of stuck with me, like, man, we got to do a better job of protecting our best and brightest. And I was just really, it was like two kids, man. Really? And they were just really into it. And, you know, my homegirl, her son, he's graduated from KIP this year. Kenny has his whole production, Kenny B Productions. And, I mean, he's making films, plays, and everything. And it was just, it was cool just to see that and everything. So I was super excited to see that. Got some big news to everybody, let everybody know. I kind of was about to spill the beans last week, but I solidified it earlier. I'll be the keynote speaker at Carver Early College Visions of the Future ceremony on May 20th. You know, for some of you old heads, that's a baccalaureate. So I'll be the speaker for Carver Early College, their baccalaureate. You know, motivate the kids to, you know, be all you can be and everything. So I'm going to rock the house. I ain't going to disappoint.
That's what's
and
up.
Everything. So, yeah, that's cool, you know. Also, we working on a deal also. I'll be giving a financial literacy series with Clayton County at the Park and Rec Center. Some of the Park and Rec Centers probably start next month. So we better do that, and just trying to decide on if it's something we want to roll out weekly, monthly, quarterly, try to get that in and everything. So we're working on that. So public speaking career's going steady. And everything. I got a 1 year goal, you know, where I want to be. So we steady doing a lot of stuff and everything. I ain't making that ET money. I ain't saying I will one day, right. But you know, but I'm chopping wood. So I'm super excited about that and real proud of it. We've also been working on the courses and the webinars. I doubt they're gonna be out this month. I had a goal to have it out for May 19, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna probably be like June of this year. With that, so again, we're still working on that and everything. But as always, you guys know tax season is over, and I am the owner of Majestic Business Services. We have gone full throttle with the consulting services. So if anyone is, you know, you have an entrepreneurial bone thinking about doing something or just uncross your mind as far as, you know, starting that business, please reach out to us at Majestic Business Services. We're a full-scale business service firm specializing in business startups, accounting, tax prep, payroll, any kind of consulting you'll need with a small business, you know, just thinking about it or anything. Cause I see so many people saying, hey, man, I need to do this with a business. I'm thinking about doing this, that, and that. And they have no clue. And you listen to your friend, and they know just as much about starting a business as you do.
Yeah.
So, you know, call the experts. You can Google me. I ain't just sitting there just talking about anything like that. You know, we 17 years in the game. Got a wealth of knowledge, and I have a very big passion about entrepreneurship and people empowering themselves. So please reach out to us. That's Majestic Business Services. You can reach us on the web at www.majesticbiz.com or give us a call at 678-479-4007. If you didn't get it, don't worry about it. I'll say it a couple more times before the show is out. And also we have the website, consulting link, and the phone number to the office, you know, on the video after the show. Also, one last thing before we get started. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Also, the podcast is going on Apple Radio, iHeartRadio, Live 365, and a couple other podcast stations. But I want to reiterate to everyone, if you are looking at it on Instagram, if you are looking at it on Facebook, please go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burton, because all of the videos are on there. All of the shows are there. So if you missed anything, like, man, this brother, pretty sharp. This first time you hear him, you can always go back and look at some of the previous videos. And this is what a lot of people do. And I've been getting a lot of traction these past month and a half in regards to people that, people spreading the word, sharing videos and stuff like that. So if you do miss anything, please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, leave feedback. And like I said, there's no such thing to me as good or bad feedback. Just leave it, and we'll go from there and everything. But again, any support, I appreciate. So again, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to a Change Line hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Okay, now going to our show. Well, I'm asking the question, everybody. Think before you answer. Okay. Do you know the difference between motivating and inspiring?
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you think about when you hear, like, do you know the difference between motivating and inspiring? You hear, like, different things go in your head, like, I'm a motivator, man. That book was such an inspiration. That guy, he motivated us to do this. She's her just doing what she's doing, just such an inspiration to everyone out here and stuff. So you hear it, you just like, it sounds like the same damn thing,
right,
and everything. But I'm here to tell you there is a difference. There is a difference, and with explaining the difference of between the two is primarily of how it affects you and how it affects other people. Okay, so what is the main difference? The main difference. We'll start off with that in terms of the difference between motivating and inspiring people. It really comes down to how long you retain that feeling. Okay, and what I mean by retaining that feeling, we're talking about when you get a feeling or charged with something for a shorter period of time, that's motivating.
Okay.
Now I say, look, Lab, you need to hurry up, man. If you don't finish, soon, man, you're gonna lose your job.
Oh, that's motivation.
That's motivation.
That's motivation.
And that's typically gonna last maybe a couple of days, between a couple of days and a week. When you get a charge on something and you feel it, you got this energy boost and you're doing it. Like I said, somebody say you might lose your job. If you get this done before the day is out, we might give you an extra $100, $200 on this job. You're motivated. You in the gym, you got your trainer talking to you, pump it. You getting motivated. You just moving. Okay, and that's when you're getting motivated. Typically, with when you're inspired or it's inspiration, it lasts over a week and can go on forever.
Okay.
When you're inspired about something. Okay, and I want when I'm speaking on both of these, I want everybody to kind of be thinking. Really, this is not a show we can just be hearing everything, but just kind of think and start. You hearing some of these situations when you're motivated and inspired. How it moves you.
Okay.
And some of the examples you think about is when you're inspired to do something. You're working towards your law degree. You sit there and you have a health goal as opposed to you're just working out in the gym. You change your whole diet. You stayed on it. You're working on it months at a time because you want to drop down 2 or 3 pant sizes. You actually want to get this car, and this car is going to take a whole lot of it. So you're sitting there saying to yourself, you're making all these different life changes and stuff, and it's going to take you maybe a year or so to restore it. Just say restore a car.
Okay.
And over time it's going you're going to be able to do it, and you're asking yourself, what do I want to? Why do I want this car? And you sit there and getting your answers. You're doing everything that's got you moving to it. So you're inspired. It's going to last a lengthy amount of time. That feeling, and like I say, and that feeling it's real intrinsic. So you're it's not necessarily a threat, but just that kind of charge.
Those two things also apply, and when you start and own your own business too, as well, right? You can
Absolutely.
be inspired. You can be inspired because let's just say you own a clothing business, a clothing company, or whatever. You're inspired because of the designs and how your designs and how your clothes make other people look and feel. You're motivated because you're selling so many designs. You got so many clothes flying off the rack and you motivated to get it done and get it sold, or you motivated to make so many different designs and just be different out, like we talking about Spike Lee now, just being out the box different. You're motivated to be, you're inspired to be different. You're motivated to sell those different things. Am I right?
Absolutely. Kind of like in a sense, like you said, in terms of the clothing line, the vision is tied to the inspiration. But you talk about the sales, the sales kind of drive the motivation, drive the sales.
There you go.
And everything, and typically, when you're thinking about those differences with motivation and inspiration, one is giving a statement, usually derived with a statement, and another one asking a question.
Okay.
Okay, so typically with with motivated, is a statement driven.
Okay.
You can do it. I'm saying you're the best. We can do this. Let's go finish this. Let's go get it. Let's go make this money.
Okay.
You're gonna keep on talking. We're gonna make this money, or not. If you wanna sit here and wait, all day long, we're gonna lose our jobs. We're gonna lose this contract. If I don't sit here and give a good show, the viewers are gonna turn off. So I gotta make sure. So that's that statement, and it's like a quick charge to do something. When you start thinking about inspiration, it's asking a question.
Okay.
What are you trying to do with this station, Lab? Okay. Where do you want this station to be in the next couple of years? Deonte, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Okay. And when you're hearing that, now you're processing it like, okay, you start saying to yourself, why are you doing this? Where do you want to go in life? Those kind of questions got you thinking. Back to with the motivating, you're hearing you can do it. You're the best.
Right.
We're the best. Let's get it. Let's win. Now, just you feel me? It's kind of like one is more impulsive, right, and one got you where you have to process and you have to sit here and do it. And now you're sitting there thinking. Once you start thinking and everything, now you start seeing things outside of yourself. What you got to do, because now it's not when you're looking in terms of processing something that's inspiring you, it's not going to be one action. Right. It's going to be a buildup of several different actions to get you a certain place. Motivation just be that, just to get you to get a certain thing done. Even when you're motivated, it doesn't really cause you to think. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to make you move. Okay. So it's just like I said again, just if you start thinking about certain examples as far as motivation, you have a lot of people that are great. You hear sometimes with the motivational speakers. And sometimes and you might listen to them a little differently now after listening to tonight's show, where a lot of times people give you steps to do certain things, and they just cause actions to do it. If you do A, B, C, D, F, and G, you can do that. It's nothing long term or anything like that. You just like, cool, let me just go through these steps. You know what I mean? I get my credit straight. I get on with a bank, this, that, and that. I can buy a house, call a couple of people, and I flip. Bam, you're motivated. There's straight actions to do it. Okay. Nothing, even though it may take, it may not be a quick process, but you're getting several calls to action to do it.
So is motivation like, how I'm gonna put this in layman's term? Motivation is like being punched in the face. Get you going.
Get you going.
Inspiration is like the alarm clock waking you up, and slowly. It's a slow process. You got to grasp it.
Not necessarily the alarm clock waking you up. It's more so the alarm clock is part of the process where you're saying, okay, we need to finish this project, and you're just looking at just one of the steps to getting there.
I'm trying to figure out the quick way. Like motivation is being punched in the face, but inspiration is something you have to reach for. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to put it in that term as being punched in the face. Or maybe
follow me a little bit more. We got a little bit more to go with it.
We got a little.
Yeah.
Know this.
I got you. But like back we were just talking about with the motivation. Those are just quick calls to action. In terms of do that, like Lab just saying, you might get punched in the face, but it can be motivated for survival, running. You can be motivated to cry. Just call quick calls to action because different thing. It's not a right or wrong thing with motivation. It's just more so just knowing that it's just a quick charge. Okay. When you're inspired, the biggest difference is you getting asked like, just think about a question like, what do you want? And what happens when you're inspired to do something, it usually starts with that question. It's always kind of trippy, with a question. And your mind starts to explode because now you're processing as before as when you were motivated, hear something or something that comes to motivate it, maybe touch you different from a different sensory. It may be where something tastes, hear, see it, whatever. But you're motivated quickly to move to do certain things.
Okay.
You hear about it, you take on this deal, whatever, we're gonna lose the car. So now that's just a call to action. Mm-hmm. When you're inspired, something has been asked of you. Okay. And what do you want to do with your life, man? Look, what are you gonna do with this station?
Okay.
And now your mind explodes because now you're going into this deep dive. Shit, what do I want to do? So now you're sitting there looking at all the processes. Like now you're thinking about, man, do I want to be Warner Brothers? Do I want to be, Radio One? What is it all gonna take? Do I got to do this? Now you're going through all this stuff, and everything. And now you sitting there saying, man, shoot, I can be the next Kathy Hughes. I can be the next, Radio Magna. Why not?
Why not?
And now you're sitting there, all these processes going on. So you're inspired to do that because that question was asked to you. Now you're doing it. You want to be, you're sitting there saying, okay, look, you want to be the next Puff Daddy, the next, Andre Harrell. You're looking at these guys, you sit there like, okay, now what do I got to do to get there? Mm-hmm. So,
they did it, why I can't.
Exactly. So your mind is wondering what all I got to do.
Right.
And depending on where you at on the platform, maybe I got to do an internship to kind of learn the business. I got to sit here and just reach out this, that, and that. Just how we talk. You doing 8 or 9 things at a time. Mm-hmm. You're inspired for greatness.
Right.
Because you've asked yourself, what do I want to do with this? Mm-hmm. And now you know where you want to be. But now you're inspired, so the inspiration is taking you there. Mm-hmm. Because that question has been asked of you.
Right.
Okay? Now, if somebody sit here and just say, Lab, if you do this promotion, you probably can get about 5,000 followers, by the end of this month. Now you're motivated because it's a call to action.
A call to action, right.
But with inspiration, the question has been asked. And then the thoughts have gone through. You went through that deep dive, processing everything, trying to figure out everything like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. These are the steps I'm taking. You're inspired.
Right.
Kind of follow me now?
I'm getting it.
Okay. Okay. So it's more of inspiration is more, being at a place outside of where you are, or where you want to be. Motivation is just doing. Okay. It's just something that you want to do or achieve.
Okay, so let me ask you this on
Sure.
the inspiration side. I'm just throwing out questions because I need to know. On the inspiration side, when you're inspired and you're looking at the process and the things you have to do, like you said, the steps, does that apply to looking at where you come and where you're at? That inspires you as well. Say if I say, I'm gonna start a radio station podcast, and I only had, one show and one computer, but now we got a few things going on, a few shows, a few outlets going on, and I look back and say, man, I was, a year ago, I was doing this. Now I'm up here. Cause now you inspired to go here. You get what I'm saying? Does that a part of your inspiration?
You got all that equipment because you was inspired.
Okay.
You got all that equipment because you was inspired, and you're going to do more because you're inspired to do it. Okay. You didn't get it because you were motivated. What you did was because you motivated. You did certain things at one time to get a result. Because again, remember, the main thing that separates is that intrinsic charge.
Okay.
Motivation goes in spurts.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like I said, we talking about a couple of days to a week. But that inspiration can last over a week for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? The charge stays in you. Okay. And that's one of the main differences. I was thinking about kind of like in the Army, where we get like, a lot of times they give us different missions or say like, hey, if you guys, make sure, not necessarily missions, but different calls to action where they'll say, listen, if nobody get DUIs for this month, we give you guys a 4-day weekend. Okay. Which is damn near impossible in the military. Shit, people come to work.
Weekend.
People come to work drunk. People kind of work drunk. Man, I seen folks go in the morning formation, bumping into other cars in the park. Whoa, boy! So that's a form of motivation. Okay. If we don't have so many accidents or no many a certain amount of no mistakes or anything with different processes. We better give you guys this or give you guys that. Those things to motivate you,
Right.
because they set over a certain amount of time, give you a call to action. If you do it, you'll be rewarded for it.
Right.
If you turn around and say, hey man, look, so if you go to this class this weekend, we might give you like $100 bonus, whatever. You're motivated to do it. Let me get it done. In and out, you got it done. Those are the things like I just think about in the military. And let's just take an example where the two tie in. Let's say if you're in a battle, okay, and the war is going on, and if you look at it in terms of a war, a war is full of many battles. So you might say, okay, if you're looking at a certain region or whatever, they may be looking to overtake certain places, how terrains and all that kind of stuff set up, different strongholds. If that's, where they have most of their people, they got a fuel supply, water supply. Strategically, you're planning, okay, how we want to hit them. We want to take their water, take their power, take most of their people, hit their communication spots, whatever. So from that point, you're saying to yourself, like, look, kind of like what they did, I know, with that first Iraqi war.
Okay.
They said, look, let's take all their food lines. Let's take all the fuel lines. So what they did was they made a conscious effort to knock out all the different food supplies of the Iraqi soldiers.
Okay.
So look, we were doing it, and the guys were motivated. Look, let's take this out. Boom, 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 getting out. And next thing you know, they were told, if you take this out, this could happen. These guys will be surrendering, and everything, doing it. So they made a conscious effort to take out some of the food supplies, the fuel supplies. Got it. Those were just different victories. Guys were given the mission over a matter of couple weeks or whatever. Bam, that was done. You were motivated, give them the charge. You do this. This is what we need to happen. Hey guys, this is what we're doing. The totality of everything it goes to your inspiration.
Okay.
Where you say to yourself, if we're here at the beginning, we want to be victorious at the end of this war. In order for us to be victorious at the end of this war, we have to win so many of these battles.
Okay.
So you had to have a lot more, because you're going to have some short-term losses, but you had to have more short-term victories than losses. And those quick call to actions, let's take out the fuel supply, let's take out their compost, let's make sure that where they may have some of their a stronghold for some of their soldiers, or maybe some of their higher ups. If you want to take that out or whatever, those are some of the things soldiers were motivated. Let's do this.
Okay.
But if you do that, the sum of it, we'll win the war.
Okay.
You just can't say, okay, we're just gonna win the war.
Right.
And everything. But you're inspired, because what do we have to do to win this war? Like before I ask you sometimes, what do you want to be? Where you want to go?
Right. And
what do we have to do to win this war?
Mm-hmm.
So we ask ourselves, what do we have to do to win this war? We're thinking about those little segmented battles that we have to win. And if we win those battles, we'll come be victorious.
I got you.
So you're like I said, you're inspired to win this war. Mm-hmm. And you've asked yourself that question, what do we have to do? Once you ask yourself that question, you're going to go through the process to get there.
Okay.
Now, each one of those battles you have to take, they're just motivation.
Okay.
To get it. You got it?
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
This ain't one of them shows you can kind of listen to.
Okay.
You kind of like half listen to it and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. Was a good one there.
Now, I told y'all I'm gonna hit y'all hard this month, and we just getting started.
Okay.
But that's one of the things in terms of just with warfare.
Okay.
Like I said, those questions I asked, what do we need to do?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you win more of those battles, but you give those missions out to your different soldiers and tell them whatever, hey, if you do this, we'll be victorious in here. We'll be victorious in there. So they're motivated to go get it, knock it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really no inspiration at it, because why? They trying to get in and out fast as they can.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight for those 2 or 3 weeks. We want to get in, knock it out. So you're motivated. Let's go and get it out so we can get back, maybe drink a beer, go party for a little bit, get back out there in the field, whatever. And that's your motivation.
Right.
You already got your call and everything. But remember, and this one thing to take in consideration, depending where you're at in different places in life, in different parts of an organization or different parts of a group, everybody got different vantage points in terms of their motivation and their inspiration.
Okay.
The employee at the very bottom, or the soldier at the very bottom, has different motivation and inspiration. He's motivated to get in and out of the war, right? Mm-hmm. his inspiration probably get back home to his family. I do all these kind of things here. I get back home safe and sound to my family.
Okay.
The general, his thing is back what I told you before. His motivation is win these little mini battles.
Okay.
Because the sum of it will win my war, which is inspiration.
Okay.
Same thing, just like, and that's the same way with a lot of organizations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people aren't aware of that. Because when you're working for a company or something like that, people think that everybody's the same vantage point, which is not true.
Which is not true.
And I kind of told you that before. Like a lot of times, we talked about on the show how the employee knows a lot about one thing, but the CEO knows a little bit about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes into like, just having those different vantage points and what inspires you and what motivates you. And great leaders know how to find out the people that are under them, what motivates them and what inspires them.
That's true.
And try to find some kind of marriage between what their motivations and their inspirations and the people that's under them, knowing, okay, this is what I want. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm inspired to do. This is what the motivation I got to hand out. But also having the people up under me understand that, not necessarily if they're going to buy all the way into my vision, but have some kind of marriage in terms of what they're trying to do, so they don't lose sight of the whole mission.
Okay.
Makes sense?
I got you.
And that's how, and that's what happens a lot of time with certain businesses. A lot of times people have businesses, owner can he have his vision and what he wants to do and what he's inspired to take with his company, and you can just hand out orders. But if your people aren't on a certain path where they can be productive, all that can be for loss.
That's true.
Because you can sit here and say, hey, well, look, we want to, let's go simple. I want to be the number one McDonald's in Atlanta. Okay. And I know the motivation for me to be the number one McDonald's in Atlanta. I got my inspiration. I want to be, the number one McDonald's in Atlanta. The motivation I need to close out, $20,000 in sales each week. So I'm busting tail every week. So my people know they ain't making that bit of that $20,000, right?
Right.
So what do they want? Okay, for them to sit here and say, okay, look, if you guys can help me do this, and I might be asking, I might be telling however you do it.
Mm-hmm.
What's their what is their inspiration? What's their Their inspiration probably what? Get a fat check, maybe wear a tie and get called a manager one day. It's different things.
On their own McDonald's.
Exactly. You got to find some kind of way to sell those motivations to them, and if they do that in the process, they can help you, helping them get to where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Finding out, okay, what are you trying to do, man? Look, I just need this overtime and trying to make this money. Look, if you do this and ask for people that they want to buy some extra pies, whatever, we hit these targets, I can give everybody a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you that. Hey, if you guys can do this, I'm gonna put you in for a management thing, program or something like that. These are the motivations to help get them to their inspiration.
That's true.
And a lot of leaders, they don't understand
I was just about to
that.
say, people don't do that no more.
No.
A lot of companies and CEOs and managers, even managers, whatever. A lot of companies just don't do that no more. They don't realize that in order to motivate your people, you have to give them something in order to inspire them. You have to motivate them with something.
Well, the key was what I just said.
Right.
You got to know what motivates them.
Okay.
You got to know what they're inspired to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't just throw out my arbitrary feelings on what I want. Okay. You can care less, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, I want to be the number one sales.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah. Think about it. I mean, that ain't my McDonald's. That does nothing for you. That does nothing for you. So you just have to a good leader has to know what the people under them, what they need to make a move. Mm-hmm. When somebody's inspiring people, it becomes less about them.
Okay.
And it's you projecting is great. Is everything is for what's outside of themselves. A person that's inspiring somebody, they're not inspiring. Now you have internally what you want to get accomplished.
Right.
Right. But I might say, okay, look, I want all these kids, to graduate and maybe go forward to. Being productive citizens, going to college, going to trade school, whatever, start their own thing. That's my inspiration.
Right. Okay.
And it's all, it ain't about me. I'm pushing that and everything. It's not, but at the end of the day, when you're inspiring, you just got to know, look, hey, to be able to push it, look, this is about you guys. This is about the mission we're trying to accomplish. You know, it may be for people, maybe for a project, maybe for a business, whatever. But people are inspiring to do something outside of themselves. People that are motivating are usually motivating something to benefit them or a certain thing that they're trying to get done.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know, that's why I say a lot of times you go to those speeches, like they're trying to give you that call to action, do this and do that and everything. Church is more, I would say, kind of on the lines inspiring.
Okay.
Because they aren't necessarily, unless when they call, you know, for a collection plate. Oh, we motivating you out then. That's that real motivation. We're going to give you that call to action 2 or 3 times that night. But overall, typically when the pastor gives a sermon, they're trying to inspire. And they're trying to draw people to look at something that's further on down the road. If you do these things, you can be in this place. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So you do have both. You do have both of them in there. You do have a little bit of both and everything. Okay. So, but that is a typical thing that you're trying to get in. They're projecting you to do things that's outside of themselves. One key thing, motivators don't necessarily inspire people. But people that are inspiring almost always motivate people. You see what I'm saying?
She teaching me today, bro.
Yeah. Hey, the book be out in about 2 more months.
You teaching me today. I'm telling you. I'm like, I've never thought of that ever.
Think about it.
Okay.
Because we, like I said, remember we're going inspiration. We're going big picture.
Okay.
We're going big picture. We putting you outside of yourself. We're looking at where, you know, you asking those questions. You know, what do I want to do? And when you're inspired, you're gonna go there. Okay. And you're going to do all those little steps that you motivated, you know, to do to get to that common goal or that new goal.
And that's why people think it's the same.
Yeah.
What you just said right there. Because inspirers always motivate somebody.
Always.
Motivators don't necessarily inspire anybody, but inspirers always motivate because it's within the inspiration.
Yeah. Okay. And it's going to take some different steps that are motivated steps to make that inspiration happen. And I think people need to be realistic. Like we always talk about, do that self-assessment and where you are and what type of person you are, especially if you're in like a leadership position or you're trying to grow something, start something. You need to move people, knowing, again, what you're trying to do, who you're dealing with. And I think and also try to reach the actual goal you're trying to accomplish. Because when you don't make a conscious effort to do that analysis, you're always going to be lost. You're always going to be trying to figure out why these folks don't want to do this, don't want to do that. It's not necessarily sometimes they don't want to do it. You might just ain't had you might not have done a good job of trying to relay your vision on how you want to get it done.
Okay.
You know, are some people just sorry? Absolutely. But a lot of times people just ain't been reached.
Okay.
You know, just in the proper way. You just got to do a good job of knowing your vision and how to translate that into a way to make those people move, you know, or to sell your dream. People just want to do that. You just can't just sit here and like, you know. Now if you got people that are, like I said, just simple, I just want a job. I just want to go to work and everything. And people evolve too. So even to that point, you have sometimes people say, we went to work, you know, and I just want to get a job. They were motivated to go get employed. They've been there for a couple of years and stuff, and it's kind of stagnant. You might go to the supervisor, man, you don't never get to tell us good day or good job. Yeah, you know, supervisor, you be honest.
Right.
When I met your ass, you ain't had no job. You wanted some money. You didn't say shit about you wanted a good day or pat on the back.
Right.
So why you complaining now? But but just being realistic, people evolve.
Right.
The person that you hired a year or two ago, they're going to grow and they're going to change. They're going to have different interests and things that is important to them and everything. And as a leader, you have to be aware of that.
Right.
So you have to find out ways. Okay, look, man, they've been here for a while or two. Let me drop them another $1 or $2, you know, and everything for the check and everything. Man, you know, next thing you know, you the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, let me they ain't gonna ask for it. I'm gonna put a snap machine in the break room. You know, I might put a little radio in there.
It'd be free.
You know, and everything. I might put a thing out, hey, y'all want to play softball or sponsor the team? Just throw something out for them and everything. Hey, look, we offering night classes or whatever. Y'all want to advance or whatever. But kind of maybe probe. Like I said, we go back to inspiring. we're doing what a deep dive thinking. I want to be the number one this or number one that. We want to be, smashing these records and stuff like that. What do we want to do? And just try to find the steps it takes to get those people to buy into it and what's going to take them to move to help you get your mission accomplished.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Ain't that easy, but it ain't meant for everybody to be on top either.
Exactly.
Here's the deal. This is what I want to kind of give everybody like a little exercise, to work on while you're at home and everything. So if you do miss any of this and I go too fast, make sure you go back to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and get this. Again, this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Our show tonight, we're asking, do you know the difference between motivation and inspiration? And we're going through the different steps of our, identifying the differences of inspiration and motivation, and also, giving examples and different exercises in terms of how you can motivate and inspire people. And this can be you doing it at your job. You can be doing it with your children. Definitely even with children, all children have different things they like or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you just can't paint a broad brush on each one of your kids. Some kids need words. Some kids need, pop aside the head. Some of them need time.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to know what buttons to push. And you can be constantly pushing the wrong damn buttons and getting the same damn results.
Oh.
And think it's something wrong with the kid. It's really something wrong with the messenger.
Okay.
But we don't like being honest, though, right?
No. Hell
we don't like doing that. But please go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to it. Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Because if it is anything that you did miss, I want you guys to be able to go to the YouTube channel and look at the video and get this again. Okay, well, this exercise, I want everybody kind of stop for a second and think about some of the rough or devastating events in your life. And kind of make a list of them. And maybe even, if you can, estimate the date or when it occurred in your life, okay? Or just look them over. It could be like a death in the family, a train wreck, you lost your job, divorce, separation, moving. And try to somewhat connect the dots in terms of the impact each event had on you. How did it shape you? Did it make you do something different? And what it did, and what the difference was? It something positive? Was it something negative? Did you stop? Did you stop drinking? Did you start drinking? Did you, start cursing? Stop cursing? Going to church? Not going to church? Whatever. And look at the effect with it. And I really want you to think about the changes that it had on you. And what I want, part of this exercise, what I want I'm sorry, not part, but just one, the purpose of doing this exercise is to look at how certain actions cause big picture changes in your life. How those certain things happen and you were motivated quickly to change, and what was the total result of that? You trying to get away from somebody, you move. What happened from there? You're in a new place, got a new job, started over. No, you've been miserable ever since you damn moved. Whatever. And I think when part of doing this exercise, you'll have a good idea of how you'll have a good sense of your higher purpose in terms of certain actions that you take in your life, and the causes of those being those motivations, how they made those big picture, long term, effects on you. Were you inspired to start your whole life over? Mm-hmm. Did those steps you take, did that change your life? Mm-hmm. And now you can sit back and look at it. Well, I really didn't do it the way I said I wanted to do it, but I just did something impulsive, right. And it really didn't have the result that I wanted to have it. You might say, well, I did leave, but I kept talking to the guy, mm-hmm. or and everything. I was supposed to left him alone, or I found another fool and everything. But it's to really analyze that and bring awareness to people to know that, hey, if you do any action that you have, that you're motivated to have, good or bad, because you also be motivated to hurt somebody.
That's true. Or
just go in there and cuss your boss out, mm-hmm. And then we know certain effects that can come from that. Mm-hmm. And then, you're inspired, big picture wise, maybe, look, I just want to do a whole nother career change. Mm-hmm. or I just need to just stop. That's the big picture. But those actions cause that. But I really want everybody to just kind of just sit down and just write down some of those events in their lives and what are short term, positive and negative, or when you got to use those words, those actions rather that resulted from that. And big picture wise, what did it do? And that long term result, was that what you was inspired to do?
Okay.
From the beginning, what did because we do have a lot of impulsive action, but there is usually a bigger reason why.
Okay.
I can just even when I left corporate America, I got an email and I'm finna go in here and just quit. But I knew I was just ready to leave. That was I was just inspired to just do my own thing and stuff like that. But I had that short term trigger that started it.
What we call that? The straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, that's it. Broke my ass in half. Shit. Broke my ass in half, man. I ain't gonna lie. And from a personal standpoint, and before I go into this, people want you guys to understand there's nothing wrong with being motivated or inspiring people. Either way, it's not a right or wrong. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the difference of both and understanding how actions bring changes along, and how your thoughts and dreams bring changes along, and what it takes to make those thoughts and dreams come true, being those little small actions you take. And also, like I said, we're talking about those actions that you're motivated to do, how depending on what you do, how they can make changes positively and negatively in your life. But you got to be realistic about it. This is something that big picture wise that you really wanted to do.
Right.
Okay. Me personally, I love to inspire people because I'm always wanting to make a greater impact on everybody. I'm in the position I am right now in life because a lot of people help me, so I get a lot of fulfillment out of helping people. That being kids or the folks and stuff. Anybody that knows me know that I don't mind helping folks and everything. Don't mean I'm free, but I don't mind helping people and stuff.
Right.
But and I got a real big passion of doing that. I always want to see people happy, and I love making a massive impact on the world. I like knowing, hey, look, I had something to do with this, had something to do with that. Not necessarily that I have to get credit for it, but just feeling good that, hey, you see somebody accomplish something, they couldn't do it. And that's how I feel personally. Big picture wise, I have my goals in terms of like, hey, I want to, be this business person and be that person. I usually stay on track up. I'm real anal when it comes down to writing my goals and objectives and doing certain things. But I'm fully aware of certain decisions I've made that were impulsive, how they've affected me and threw me off course in what I'm trying to do. And I've taken the good and the bad that come along with that. So, but that's one thing with me. I always try to inspire, and I think that's a good thing for someone to sit down and just like, look, I don't necessarily dream big. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like do certain things. You're just a person that like just be motivated.
Exactly.
Get my money. I get my money. My kids okay. As long as I ain't got to worry about that, I got a roof over my head, I'm good. Some people say, look, I want to see myself in this big mansion and all this kind of stuff, and these are things I'm gonna do to get there. Either way, either vision is fine. If you just want to get up in the morning, go to work, put food in your stomach, gas in your car, roof over your head, boom. Nothing that you are thinking about is anything long term.
Right.
Day to day, check to check, whatever. However you do it, we can have different views on what people can feel. Okay, that's dangerous or this, that, and you ain't working on legacy. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
Right.
At the end of the day, we always want to be what? Happy. And if you are a big dreamer and you're doing all the things that you want to do and you're working towards those big goals, have at it. The thing of it is either way that you are, or either category that you fall into, you need to make sure that you're being true with yourself, that you're working towards that. Okay, that's the main thing with that. I just don't think a lot of times people ask those questions themselves. What do I want to do with my life?
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
important questions. Especially if you're trying to move forward in business, just life, in life in general, you have to ask yourself, where am I going? Where I've come from? What do I need to do to get there? Because if you don't ask where you're going, then you're gonna be stagnant. you always got to be asking, where am I going? What am I doing with this? Why am I doing this? What I need to do to finish it? All the stuff that you just said previously, it matters.
Yeah.
It's important.
You ever thought about how many people out here really don't have ownership of their life, but they think they do?
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and that's just, plant close, company restructures, industry changes, and just things that have nothing to do with you. Other people make decisions, and how it just can throw your whole damn life off.
Throw your life off.
And, if you weren't thinking about it or not, you might have felt you had control of your life, but you really didn't. And I just know, like, me personally, I just never been comfortable with me not having full control. Now, again, even when you self-employed, you working for yourself, but primarily work for every damn body else. You ain't, some folks say, you be your own damn boss. I ain't my own damn boss because nobody want to pay me. Shit.
Exactly.
I don't think I'm the boss of this damn cigar. And it's gonna burn out one day, and everything. But it's I really don't think people sometimes think about that, and everything. And if you don't, and if you haven't thought about it, it ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Ain't nothing wrong with, asking yourself what I want to do. I don't give a damn if you're 20 years old or if you're 50 years old. Shit, everybody should, experience some happiness. And be realistic about, hey, look, am I on the right track to make myself happy?
And it don't have to be, if you happy just going, sitting on your porch every day or whatever, that's whatever you do to make yourself feel happy is you should strive for. Happiness don't necessarily have to be, a lot of people, like we talked about this a couple of shows ago. Some people just happy going to work.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. The only thing I always tell people, whichever way you choose, be realistic about what situation you're putting yourself in. Because you can be happy going to work, and you get the call, hey, look, we're going to go in a different direction. And you're sitting there like, well, I did everything right. Or you can be sitting there trying to do your own thing, and, industries change. You get health issues, whatever, which can happen if you work for somebody too. But anything can happen, and now this thing that you were doing on your own is gone. So you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
And everything. But to that, either way, don't be afraid to ask those questions in terms of what do you want out of life? Where do you want to be? Don't be afraid to try to fulfill your life calling. Like I said, man, fear is something that cripples so many people.
It is.
In terms of, hey, not doing this, not doing that, and you not, filling out your life's calling, filling out your dreams and stuff. If you start, moving in a direction where, okay, this is what I want to do, you'll manifest it. It may not come quick, it may not come overnight, but it'll come.
You have to start.
Exactly. And that's really why I want to give a charge to people that, we've already laid the bricks in terms of the difference between motivation and inspiration. But I want to give everybody a charge to try to move towards your life's calling. Try to, manifest your own destiny. I don't care if you got kids, you got to work and keep a roof over everybody's head. I don't care if you feel like, hey, man, I'm 55, I'm tired, I always wanted to be a lawyer, but I'm too tired to go to law school. Damn that. If you want it, go try it. You got to figure out how you going to make it happen. Because no one's saying making your dreams come true is going to be easy.
That is the truth.
Nobody says that.
It don't happen overnight either.
Yeah. So don't ever feel like you're too old to do something. Don't feel like you ain't got enough money to do something. Don't feel like your current situation is going to hinder you from being in a certain spot. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. That's why I'm looking in this damn phone. Somebody dreamed it.
Exactly.
That's why we got lights here. Somebody dreamed it. We can see him do it as audio visual. We got people streaming all over the world looking at this show, which would just probably sound ridiculous 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got people looking at the show in Germany and France.
leaving their comments,
Yeah.
saying what's what with everything and stuff. If you can dream it, do it, and don't be afraid to make it. Make it happen.
Yeah.
But once you start believing it, you're gonna manifest it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You just have to know in your heart that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So listen, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show this week. I really want to, again, like I started off, push go back to with Majestic Business Services, push our consulting services. I know there's a lot of people out there want to start businesses out there, and like I said, we're one-stop shop for small businesses. We hold your hand through the whole process. I see people all the time posting on Facebook, let me start a business up, and I see these folks coming, they ain't starting no damn business, and you listen to them, they don't know what the hell they talking about and everything, because they know somebody got this, that, and that, and the problem
Right.
that even the people that they're not in compliance.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we've been doing 17 years. Give us a call. If you got the thought, you got the idea in your head, you want to bring it to fruition, give us a call. We'll be there to take care of you. Go to the website. You can give us a call. You can book an appointment. Again, the company is Majestic Business Services. Our website is www.majesticbiz.com. Our phone number is 678-479-4007. Please, guys, please make sure you reach out to us and everything. Those the webinars and the courses are coming and everything. So I hope you guys take full advantage of it. If you're liking the show, if you're not liking the show, please tell people about the show. I appreciate all the support that we've getting so far. We've grown tremendously in less than a year, and I want to keep doing it and everything. We got a lot of good shows. Matter of fact, next week's show is going to be real good. We're going to be asking, what are 10 questions you need to ask yourself before you make somebody your business partner?
Ooh.
Because a lot of times people thinking, I'm going to bring my wife in, bring my brother in, my cousin in. I'm going to give you the 10 questions you need to ask yourself before you bring this person in as a business partner.
Oh, that's going to be a good show.
Yeah. So, because again, May going to be real hard, guys. May going to be real hard. So, again, next week's show, I want you guys to tune in to 10 questions you need to ask yourself before you make someone your business partner. That can be if you already started the process, you already, y'all looking to start something new, or you just kind of maybe looking to transition to a family member, bring your son in or roll it over to your nephew or your wife. I'm going to give you those 10 basic questions you need to ask yourself before you do it, and everything. So make sure you guys tune in to the show, like, share, and subscribe to the station, share with your family and friends. Again, I love you guys, and thanks for all the support. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys next week, okay?